It's CountryLine Radio. The last time I met Alli Walker was at C2C, and you did a standing room only gig in that Spiegel tent type room.
Yeah, that was my first show, and it was awesome. There were thousands of people there.
Absolutely, and the place was sweating.
Yeah.
You know, springtime in the UK is not a warm time.
Yeah.
But it was absolutely roasting.
It was great, though, because that was my first introduction to C2C, and I was like, no one's going to know me over here, because I hadn't played London before or anywhere in England, and everybody in the front row knew all of my songs, and that's what I love about coming over here is they really appreciate the artists that come over, and even if they've never heard of you before, once they see the lineup, they actually go and listen to your music, which is amazing.
Yeah, on the Facebook fan groups that we get here, quite a lot of people set up a playlist of everybody.
Oh, nice.
And you can jump in, and everybody's on Spotify these days, and if you're not, you're on YouTube. And honestly, it's astonishing if people compare notes, and it's a bit like when families go to Disney World and they choose what rides they're going to go on.
Yeah.
They choose their artists based on who they like on the playlist.
Oh, I love that.
I heard you saying that you did your first actual headlining show in Europe the other day.
Yeah, in Oslo. First time in Europe or Europe and UK doing a headlining show where we just did it based on Spotify analytics. So we just looked and Oslo was number 1 on the list and we're like, oh, let's try.
Tell me about why would Oslo? I don't doubt for a second based on talent that you deserve to be, but Oslo or not anywhere else?
We did Wales last night.
Yeah, but Oslo?
Honestly, it's just
astonishing.
It's just said Oslo on my Spotify. My manager was like, should we try it? And we're like, okay, let's try. I don't know if anyone's going to come out, but...
And they did?
Yeah.
And they all speak better English than we do?
Well, last night... in Wales, it was hard to understand a lot of people, I'm not going to lie.
That's actually the hardest thing. If you're coming from the States and you're traveling around, you get Welsh accents, you get Scottish accents.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You know, we're not like the States where you all fundamentally, I know you're not American, but I'm going to count you as that for a moment, but where people fundamentally sound kind of the same.
Yeah. But I watch a lot of British TV, and I watch Love Island, and Love Island has all the accents.
I can imagine. That's my homework for coming to the UK.
Yeah.
So since springtime when you were over, what's your life held? What have you been doing?
Oh my God, so much. I got to open for Shania Twain a few weeks ago, which was a dream come true on her tour in Toronto. I toured America a lot this summer for the first time. So doing festivals down in the States and realizing how bloody hot it is. I passed out one show.
No.
It was so hot. Yeah, it was 100 degrees, which is what, like 35 or something?
Yeah, 35.
And the humidity was crazy, and it was like an hour or 75-minute set, and I kept saying to my husband, who was side stage, I'm like, I truly can't do the next song. And he was like, you can do it. I believe in you. And I'm like, no, literally, I'm going to pass out. And I ended up like running off the stage and getting sick, and the paramedics. But these artists do it like every few days, like every weekend. Could that be that
they're just used to it? And
yeah, like I am so pale. I've got, Irish and Scottish blood, and I'm just not used to it. Being Canadian and being from the north and being cold all the time, I'm just not used to that kind of heat. But the fans too, though, like I was only out there for an hour, and the fans are out there for all day.
Getting sprayed with water.
Oh my God. And yeah, so I learned a lot this summer. Drink a ton of water, get electrolytes, get IVs, have fans on your riders so that you can have fans on stage. And basically wear shorts, even though today I was
about to see you. The first thing you said to me is, I'm wearing leather trousers.
Yeah. Well, I thought it said it was 22.
No, it's 24 the second.
I know. Well, I'm on it in, I guess, like an hour and a half. Hopefully it gets cooler.
What was it like doing a Shania Twain Open? Because as a Canadian, you've probably got a different relationship with Shania and her music than anybody else in the world.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, she's the epitome of like country. She's the top selling country artist ever, let alone that she's Canadian. So we actually share the same booking agent. So I opened for her last year. And it was a festival, so it was a bit different. It wasn't necessarily her tour, but I got to hang out with her after for like hours after they're like hanging out till 4 a.m. I think.
What was that like?
It was incredible. They say don't meet your heroes, but when it's Shania Twain and she's better than you ever expected, definitely meet your heroes.
I'm very much like that. You meet people and it's like, they might turn out to be horrible.
I've had a few of those.
Yeah, and I don't want my whole life to be ruined because this person I admire is not admirable.
Yeah. I've had a few of those this last year living in Nashville, and I'm not going to say who. Shania absolutely exceeded it. I asked her everything, and she was so gracious. I was asking her about like, what does she do before she goes on stage? Like, what pills is she taking? Like prescription pills, meaning like I have like acid reflux and I have asthma and I have allergies, and she has all those things too. So she was like, you need to get on like real stuff because you're a singer and you can't be like blowing your nose on stage. So,
no, that's never going to fly.
Yes. And she told me about taxes because she's Canadian, but international superstar. And I just moved to America. So she was like, you need to get a Canadian tax lawyer, not an American one. Americans don't know anything about Canadian taxes. So I got rid of my American guy, got a Canadian company. And she honestly saved me like thousands of dollars.
This is almost more interesting than the music. So is it really that complex going from Canada as a professional musician to the States?
Yeah, it was really nuts. Really, really nuts. Just the taxes thing, like you have to leave Canada as a tax-paying resident if you make over a certain amount, and there's the whole like LLC thing or S Corp thing or C Corp thing, and it's a lot. Even just like getting your social security number, setting up bills, not having any credit.
And you're actually trying to be a musician and write music and perform music and record music, and you're doing all this admin.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have a team now, but also you have to manage your team. So it was for the first time you have to manage your managers, it was a very big learning year because I moved to America. You have to get a working visa. You have to sort all that, but also like moving my husband and my dogs down there and getting a house. My husband got rid of his corporate job that he's had forever, and he's my tour manager now. So then working through a relationship with my husband working for me is pretty...
That's actually going to be difficult because I would argue with my wife about what we're having for dinner.
Yeah, we've had to learn a lot of communication skills. And we worked together for 15 years anyways, but not this close.
Where are you at musically then? Have you had no time to do new stuff because you've been busy gigging, or are you one of these guys that writes on the road?
Summer is slower songwriting, but I have so many songs built up from the winter and last year, and I'll go home like next week. I have 2 or 3 writing sessions before I leave on Friday for a show. So I'm still writing, but I have a writer's retreat in Nashville where you just like bunker down for a few days with writers and you just write a bunch of songs.
Switch off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and then I have one in Mexico, which is fun. Yes, in
that'll be hot.
October, and we just write songs on the beach. And then in the winter,
it's a terrible life being an international
that's like
country
what I'm
star,
looking
isn't
forward
it?
to. There's so much travel and like downtime or like stressful time when you're traveling where like hopefully this Mexico trip I'll be able to like relax and write songs and get in the groove, and then the winter I'll record, so like October, November, December, and then hopefully by like January, February, March I can start releasing from all that.
And are you another one of these guys that's going for the drip, here's an EP, here's a single, blah blah, or are you going to go album?
So I have a brand new team coming on board, like label wise, so it'll be interesting. That's a whole other experience of how they feel like we should do it too. Yeah. Everyone believes in singles these days, but the DSPs, Spotify, Apple, they do want to see like a project at the end of it too. So, and fans want that too. They want the vinyl, they want the CDs, even though you can't listen to CDs anywhere, but they want it. They want the physical item. So I would love, because it's been years. I think it was like, I don't even know when last time I had an album out, but it would be nice to actually have an album.
Yes. On vinyl, 12-inch.
Yes, absolutely.
I even used inches there. Did you see that? 30 centimeters.
Yeah. So I have like a SoundCloud link that I have all of my demos, not all of them, but then I listen to it. I'm like, no, and I turf that one, and then I just keep listening and turfing and putting new ones in and trading space.
And is this one the public can listen to?
No.
Because I wondered whether you were getting, because you were mentioning earlier about analytics taking you to Oslo.
Yeah, so I do release clips of all my demos, not all of them, but the ones that I feel like might have potential. And then I have like an Excel spreadsheet, and we put everyone's analytics, like how many comments, shares versus views, and then like percentage of engagement basically on each one, and then that'll go into our our mindset of what songs that people like. And then if I really like them, then I start playing them live, and then I'll get the feedback. Sometimes people will be commenting on things like, just saw you live, and why can't I find this song online? Or like, we just kind of put all of that in.
It's amazing. Now, you've been playing for some time.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been like that when you started out.
No, I thought you just sang songs and got rich.
Well, you can do the first part.
Yeah. No, I mean, I decided to do this like 16, 17 years ago now. So it was very different because now you have like social media. I mean, you had it back then, but it wasn't as big.
Is it more immediate in a big way? Because back in the day, you would perform at a venue and immediately you would see how you were going down.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be getting stats within 2 or 3 days and you think, oh, that's taken off.
Yeah. And like when it comes to the music industry, they want to see the stats and they want to see the social media, even though it might not even correlate to someone actually becoming your true fan. And you might, like, you know, the younger artists only have like one song. And how do you tour a 90-minute set with one song, you know? So I'm glad that I have like all of these years of experience, but it is hard when you're seeing all of these things pop off because you have to have that in mind too. When you're writing songs, you're like, oh, will this do well on TikTok? Will this do well on radio? But I also have to be true to myself and stay on brand, you know?
That's quite stressful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the things. And it's also like, oh, well, male artists, like there's many male artists that can kind of like sing the same thing, look similar, but females, there's kind of a different level of expectations of like having your own brand, every single female having their own brand. So you have to think about that too, you know?
I was going to say that shallow. I can't really say that in the radio, but it is.
Yeah.
It's not, because you don't expect people to all be either cookie cutter identical or entirely different. It's impossible with the number of people on the planet.
You have to be same but different.
I'm just going to leave that one hanging.
Yeah.
The look in your eyes when you rolled them when you said that was said 1,000 words that we can't do here. So potentially an album. Where's your next, or I don't know, I'll ask you the question a different way. Where do the stats say your next headlining show is going to be? Oh,
I feel like Germany is a good market for me. I've been to C2C Germany a few times, and it just kind of it grew the second time I went. So, and then every time I post like, "Hey, here's my tour schedule," it's always the Germans saying, "Why aren't you coming to Germany?"
And the Germans get America in a way that even the Brits don't.
Oh.
Well, because there were so many Americans in Germany for years.
Oh, yeah.
So US music has a place in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to go back to Germany, but I'm going to Australia next week.
Outstanding.
And then Canada. There's Canadian Country Music Awards, and then Mexico, and then touring in Canada with another band, and then.
Are you up for anything at the CCMAs?
Yeah, so I'm up for Video of the Year for Ride It Out, and then.
Oh, I've seen that. That's good.
Yeah,
yes,
that's like. Kind of like my second Bagpipe follow-up song. So The Whiskey's Gone, people love. That's like my top stream song every day still. And it's like a few years old. So then I put out kind of like a follow-up to that song to give the people what they want.
It's funny you're saying I've got to be the same but different. You play the bagpipes, for goodness sake.
Yes.
The electric bagpipes, if memory serves.
I do, yes. Honestly, my set is like 50% bagpipes. Yeah. I do I have 3 bagpipe songs that I play. I Saw the Devil, The Whiskey's Gone, and Ride It Out. And then I do like a medley of bagpipe songs.
Traditional.
Not traditional. I do like Scotland the Brave for 2 seconds, but then I go into like Thunderstruck, Sweet Child, Cashmere, Any Man of Mine, Copperhead Road.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
and
super fun.
Copperhead Road's got a kind of pipe sound.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know what's on that thing, but
I'm going to say Alien pipes, so I don't actually think that's right.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Could be
shuttle pipes or something.
Yeah. I'm being too snobby about music now. Can you tell? Of course, did you study in Glasgow? Did you do some stuff at the Piping Centre?
I know, but the College of Piping in Glasgow is like the same as the College of Piping in Somerset, Prince Edward Island, where I'm from there. Yeah. So we visited the College of Piping in Glasgow when we went over for the Worlds as a band.
That would be very, very cool, though, to visit that place, because that is like the mother church.
Yeah.
That's our Ryman Auditorium of bagpiping.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone knows the College of Piping?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
If you're into piping at all, or you've ever recorded pipes, you know all about that place.
Okay. Yeah. My husband, he's always like telling people, yeah, Alli studied at the College of Piping. Like people would know what that is. In Canada or US, they don't, but I guess in Scotland they do.
there's a big scene of expat Scots over there as well. People that think they're expat Scots.
Yeah.
They're actually Canadians.
Yeah. I know. When I was posting about the Whiskey's Gone years ago, I was like, my background's Scottish and Irish, and people were like, but you're Canadian. I'm like, yeah, but my background is Scottish and Irish.
I'm having it. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I'm pale skinned. I'm having it. But you're not red haired.
No, not red haired. Not Irish. My dad is Irish though. His dad, but not red haired. But very pale.
How very cool is that? So you were saying that people let you go 1 day trip to the UK to do this, and then you're going straight back.
Yeah. We're going back to Heathrow tonight.
And then flying back over tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, because I've got a show in Idaho and I've got writing sessions in Nashville.
Your
and then
head's going to be upside down.
it is.
Or are you trying not to acclimate and you're just going for it?
I did not acclimate at all this trip. I have been like staying up till 5 a.m. and twiddling my thumbs, not being able to fall asleep, and then I got to wake up at 7 a.m. to travel to the next place. So I have not been well this trip, not going to lie.
Dear boy. And listen, enjoy the free peanuts and whatever it is you get when you've got 10 million global miles.
Hey, they have been treating us amazing here. So I can't wait to hit that stage and have dinner after, because I can't eat before I sing. So I am starving right now, but
oh no,
I'll make it through my set, and then I'm going to have a pint. And
you'll be going fast as fast as anything through your set. It's like, here's the last song, no more encores, I'm off.
Time for a glass of wine, a beer, and some tacos.
Alli, have a fantastic set tonight.
Thank you.
We'll get you back in the UK.
I can't wait. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be back, but it'll definitely be next year.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.